Did I make a mistake campaigning for President Uhuru Kenyatta? No, I didn't. Mm-hmm. And I don't regret for a moment having done that, because I believed in it. Mm-hmm. And I believed in President Uhuru Kenyatta as a person who would transform not just the manner we do our politics, but also help transform our economy. Mm-hmm. What I am rather disappointed about, and I have said it without any fear of contradiction, is that we have lost course. We have been derailed.
When you say we, is
we as,
exactly?
We as a government.
As a government.
Because I am part and parcel of this government in the legislature. And that's why I said, as early as late 2017, I remember I did engage the president in a telephone conversation. Mm-hmm. And I pleaded with him to convene a meeting, a parliamentary group meeting.
That's 3 years ago?
Yes.
Is the last time you spoke to the president?
Not the last time.
Okay.
The first time I spoke to the president on the Big Four agenda. Mm-hmm. And I did mention to him, members of parliament, even within our Jubilee party, do not understand this Big Four agenda. Mm-hmm. We need to engage with members of parliament so that we work together. That was before members of parliament refused to approve the housing agenda as it had been brought by government in parliament. And it's not that they were deliberate in failing the president in pushing his agenda. It's because they did not understand it. I was privileged, being the chairman of the Budget and Appropriations Committee. I was able to engage with people at different levels. Mm-hmm. And therefore, I had a better grasp of what the president intended to do. Mm-hmm. And I believed then, as I believe today, it was the best thing to build onto the gains that we had done in the first term. Mm-hmm. So that when we promise people jobs, it is that manufacturing agenda, it is that housing agenda that would have provided those jobs to Kenyans. Mm-hmm. When we talked about a secure, a healthy populace, it is the UHC agenda. Mm-hmm. When we spoke about food security and ensuring everybody has food on their table, the cost of living comes down, it was a food security agenda. Mm-hmm. And I was feeling it, that we are losing it. Mm. Shortly, March 2018, handshake came in. Mm-hmm. Progressively, we moved from handshake to BBI. We started digressing from our agenda to the BBI handshake agenda. I never went out to campaign across Kenya to sell changes to the constitution. Mm-hmm. In fact, I remember, and you have seen video clips going around.
Yes.
The president speaking about people who are eager to change the constitution every time they lose an election. Mm-hmm. And that is the president I campaigned for. That is a president who had a vision about this country that would transform our politics and transform our economy. I am disappointed that I do not see the president who I voted for pushing as hard and not allowing people to derail the vision he had for this country. When I see people push BBI as a Jubilee agenda and changes to the constitution and referendums at this time, at a time people are hungry, at a time people have millions have lost jobs. I spoke about 1.6 million people who were in formal employment not long ago, only 5 months ago.
Correct.
They were in offices like you are in an office here today. Today they are at home without jobs.
Exactly.
The millions others are people who had businesses that were running. People who are employed by those who have lost formal jobs in their farms and shambas in the villages, who have also lost jobs. My own layman's estimation is probably 5 to 6 million Kenyans over the last 6 months have lost their means of income, or their means of income have been affected by this pandemic in one or the other, including myself. Therefore, as a leader today, if you ask me what our national priorities should be, and that is why when we opened this session of Parliament, I did ask the Speaker to, in his own wisdom, to cause the President to come deliver his State of the Nation address, so that we may hear from our President his reprioritization of our country's priorities.
Yes.
Because I see people pushing agendas that I want to believe are not the President's agendas. Because if you ask me today, the President's main focus should be on how we revitalize, how we make our economy to recover from this pandemic. This economy was not doing well before COVID.
Yes.
COVID has made it worse. You have seen last week KRA revising their revenue estimates from 1.6 trillion to 1.5 billion. That's 100 billion shillings less.
True.
Therefore, the same week, I saw a newspaper, I think it was Business Daily or one of the newspapers, reporting that the shilling is at its weakest. I think the shilling now is exchanging at between 108 if you are selling to buying at about 119 or something like that. That devaluation or that fall of the shilling against the dollar has certain implications on you and me.